that is a real thought, and that can really hold someone back. And I know that it has really held me back from being able to today. We're going to do something a little different. I'm just going to chat with you today. I've been on YouTube now for 2 years, just over 2 years. I have watched so many different videos and different creators on how to how to do that, how to become a content creator, how to create YouTube videos, how to be a better communicator. And the reality is that everybody is going to have a different journey, and I'm going to share a little bit about behind the scenes and what that looks like for me and kind of the mental process that nobody talks about. You can focus on the reality of actually creating videos and the editing part and storytelling and all of that. But what people don't talk about is the emotional process that happens when you're a content creator. And not everybody experiences the same type of emotions, but it kind of depends on your growth and the type of person you are. So in 2021, in October of 2021, I decided to start a Instagram. And my goal for that was to just kind of get into content creation. Now, I have had an Instagram before in the past, but that was basically fitness related, and I had closed that account and hadn't been on Instagram for a very long time. So I was new to the game of content creation. And I thought that would be a good way for me to get into doing regular posts and just kind of sharing information about what I was learning in my current homesteading journey. In January of 2022, I officially decided to launch a YouTube channel, which is what you're watching right now, A Homesteading Hustle. And I spent a lot of time just researching and trying to figure out how to grow a YouTube channel. And so many creators talk about storytelling and niching down and utilizing all these different techniques as far as editing and just being really clear to the camera and all of that stuff. A lot of that comes with experience and actually doing the process. The more you do it, the better you'll get. For me, in the homesteading community, it is a little bit different because homesteading it's a journey. One of the things that I have it on a few different of my platforms, is homesteading is a journey. It's not a destination. For this niche in particular, it can look so different for different channels. And some people will isolate certain parts of their homesteading and they'll teach you about just chicken care, or they'll teach you about just sourdough, or they'll teach you about just, raising pigs for meat, or whatever it might be. Well, homesteading is a general overview of so many different topics. And so I really wanted to be able to share many different topics that we were learning, and whatever that we were diving into at that moment, I've been wanting to share that. And that's what I really felt pulled to. And as I did that, the first year was really super experimental, learning how to speak to the camera, learning how to edit and be more efficient in editing and be more efficient in filming, and remembering to have my camera outside with me, grabbing B-roll footage and all of that. And so the first year was so much learning, and it's really encouraging when you get response. When you get views, you're starting to get subscribers, you have other content creators encouraging you and along for the journey with you. And that's all super fun and exciting, especially right in the beginning. As time goes on, especially if you are in a community of some sort, like I've been part of different Facebook groups that are homesteading and, YouTubers, small YouTubers. It's really fun to have that community and have that encouragement from one another. But here's one thing that people don't talk about is when you're on your own journey. Yes, people say just focus on your journey. Everybody's journey looks different, and everybody's going to progress at a different rate. Very true, but it is incredibly hard when you watch some of those people that you started with literally go from 0 subscribers to 50,000 subscribers. and you're still like just kind of left in the dust. This is just me being super real and raw with you. This stuff happens. Some people's channels really gain momentum fast. Some people are great at storytelling. Some people are excellent at showing themselves on camera and being able to just kind of convey information really appropriately and clearly. And some people have a really interesting editing style, and some people are just, they're just a camera draw. Like for some reason, people just enjoy watching them, and that is all part of this journey. But sometimes those people will pass you up and you're kind of left in the dust. And for me in particular, I'm just going to say that I have, over the last year, so for like 2023, I have had some serious imposter syndrome happening. And let me dive into that a little bit more for you. This is something that I just feel like I have not heard many content creators talk about, because, again, they kind of talk about the very literal aspects of content creation. And if we ignore the emotional piece behind all of it, I think that we put on this facade that it's just easier than it actually is. So imposter syndrome. So like I said, the first year was a lot of learning. It was really fun, really encouraging. I had some videos do really well, really gained, kind of built us built up a subscriber base. And then for 2023, I don't know if I changed on camera or like my mindset changed or something, but just didn't get the same type of response. And I do feel like at some point, if you cannot capitalize on who you are in your videos and in your niche, and what you're trying to convey from a personal standpoint, who do you want to be in the content creator world? If you don't establish that, like I didn't, you will constantly be chasing what the successful people are doing, like what kind of tactics they're using, or what kind of editing styles they're using, or how are they getting this and how are they getting that. And while yes, those are all important things to take in, ultimately people want authenticity. In the first year of doing this, I used to share at the end of my videos, like bloopers or just silly things that happened. And that was a lot more just real and raw. And I got away from that because I was like, well, people aren't even making it to the end of my videos. So why am I even putting that in there? Nobody cares. But the reality is that is the stuff that people remember. And people want to see realness. And I enjoy sharing realness because I am just a huge nerd. And I'm just going through this lifestyle, trying to figure out how to be an effective homesteader. I'm a busy mom of three. Like, I love baking, I love food. And I just want to share all that. And I just feel really pulled to share that and not necessarily be one of these super polished YouTubers. And I think in my own head, I felt like, well, I'm not as polished and creative as some of these homesteaders are, some of these creators that I'm watching. And that can really get inside our head. And the imposter syndrome, feeling like you don't fit into this, whether it's content creation as a whole, or fit into the homesteading niche, or fit into homesteading or this lifestyle, that is a real thing. That is a real thought, and that can really hold someone back. And I know that it has really held me back from being able to just convey who I am and what we're doing on our homestead, on the camera. And so this 2024, I have taken the first 2 months almost completely off. I've thrown out a few shorts, which are really fun because they're just little glimpses of daily life or some kind of trend or whatever. And I think those are really fun to make. I don't ever want to lose that fun when it comes to content creation. So I know that a lot of large creators, over time, they can lose the fun of it and they lose themselves in it, like I said. And it's so important for me to be real and to be honest and to share the realities of what this lifestyle looks like, especially when you throw content creation into it. And I don't ever want to come across as fake. And a couple of the other videos I put out this year, I just put out like a meal prepping one. It doesn't really fit into homesteading, but that's what I do. I meal prep during the week, and like it's like a clean meal prep, and it's the reality of it, and it could help somebody. And I just want to again be real and share things that I genuinely just do and could maybe help somebody. And so I just continue to want to share those things. And if you are somebody who is looking to be a content creator, it doesn't matter what niche you're in, remember that there is always going to be that period of time where you wonder, should I be doing this? And do I fit into this? Whether it's in your niche or in content creation. Those are normal feelings. And feeling like you're an imposter or that you don't have enough to say or you don't have something to say, those are all lies from the enemy, because I truly think that everybody has a place and everybody has something to share and somebody who will learn and benefit from what they have to share. So, whatever that may be, just be real and be you and be authentic. And that's what I want to strive to continue to share. It is so hard when you turn the camera on to talk to the camera like you're just talking to a friend. It's really hard to remember to look into the lens and not look into the screen where you can see yourself. Because I want to connect with you as a community, with you as a person, because ultimately that's what we're here for. We're here to create community and share our lifestyle. And I guess, like for me in particular, that's what I have been wanting to do here. If you're somebody who's been here for a while and watching my videos and supporting me and encouraging me, I know that I have some larger creators that have been incredibly supportive and encouraging, and I am so incredibly grateful for you, as well as all of you who have continued to encourage me on this journey and to help me towards my goal of the first step of monetization, which is, meeting the criteria to make that happen. So I would like to make this a not just a hobby, but it's a homesteading hustle. We sometimes in homesteading have to hustle to make things happen. And this is part of my hustle. And I want to thoroughly enjoy it and share that whole process with you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for encouraging me and just sharing life with me. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a wonderful, blessed day.